Hi everyone, and welcome to this week in the studio. A bit of a rejig. It's rainy today, but not cold. So I thought this would be a really good opportunity to get the Hoover out, have a clean floor, and when I get the Hoover out, that normally leads to a bit of a rejig, which tells you how infrequently I get the Hoover out. And I think this is a good spot for some light. So when it's warm weather, I'm normally in the other end because I can have the doors open. This does feel cozier when it's wet, not so warm, but I've got the light here. So the time really now to put it to good use, this extended in. Morning, next day. Next day. I didn't get as far as I would have liked yesterday, and although I've got things more organised in this area, I've got a bit of a mess now in the other area. What I have stumbled across, and we continue to walk the lovely walk nearby, I've got some more images of the cottages. I'm so thrilled. Blackbird has sold. That spurred me to get the other 3 on the website. I want to do another one. I want to paint another one. It's kind of pulling on the 4 that I've already got, finding something new and using these new images taken from a different angle. I'm going to take this down for now, but I do intend to use this as reference material for a painting. And I think if the weather holds, it looks rainy again, if the weather holds a bit later on, I might go back outside and have another go. I'm going to leave this one where it is. So I'm bringing a board. In the tidy up, I found some boards, so I'll grab a board. So I've got a 12 by 16 as opposed to 12 by 12s, or were they 14 by 14? Most of the photographs were landscape. Very generous amount here of white paint. So I've gone straight in. This is just, I'll put in primary blue. So I think I'm pulling into this image and just pulling the paint across with that wide scraper. Those are my first marks. That's my stage 1. Let that dry. So while I let that board dry, I'm going to actually take a board. I've decided I'm going to take a canvas board and just see if I can start up the outline of a painting, maybe, of the Rudbeckias on the board. So here I could come in now, it's not quite dry, but at this stage it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to see if, what am I trying to see? I'm just trying to see if I can get things where I want them. So I'm just going to drop in let's just drop that in. I know there's a window and bits in there, but I'll leave it. I'll leave it thick and thin. I quite like the freshness of this. Might not do too much more. That's a nice kind of sketch. I could let that dry and go in with the ink on top. I've got another board. I might go out and have another go. It's so enjoyable. It's very freeing. I'm looking at this. I don't care for the sky. But I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'm telling myself, leave it, because I don't want to start disturbing other bits in there that need to dry off. I'm trying to slow up. The reason I'm trying to slow up is because so often when I edit, I think, oh, you should have stopped there. But it's so hard when you're here at this stage not to walk away when I should walk away or could walk away. It looks very blank now because I've put the cottages somewhere safe, and so I've got a blank wall over there. What's going over there? I might leave the bumpers on. I had 2 of these. I've worked up a little bit more on this one. I introduced some more pink, that light pink, and I quite like it. So I might add in a little bit, but I feel like they're speaking to one another, so I'm quite happy. I'll leave those there. Okay, right, so I think what I need to do now is turn my attention to all the clutter and try and clear this main area, this main desk, if I can. Of course I can. Beautiful new day today, and I thought I'd just share. I keep my pins to hand, and I'm just on the doorstep board. I'm just going to push on. I took photographs of the Rudbeckia as they're not faring very well, in case they just disappear completely. You can just pile on your pictures. Right, okay. I've got to do the tidy before I do any painting. I'm really excited to share. I got to the library yesterday. for the only Bonnard book that they had, and that one, the red checkered tablecloth. So I'm excited. I haven't had a chance to have a proper read. This is by Julian Bell, Bonnard. I think this is a sign that I need to sort my paints out. I've just unearthed a package that is unopened. Can't remember what is in here, what I ordered. 2 tubes of that gorgeous turquoise green Amsterdam paints. I must have been feeling desperate. I think it's nearly lunchtime. And I'm celebrating the space, and I'm going to try really hard. I say it every time. Reading about the red checkered tablecloth. The red checkers are a motif that runs through Bonnard's whole career, from early portraits of his sister in a blouse of that pattern to the late still lifes like basket and plate of fruit on a red checkered tablecloth. They begin as a way of emphasising the flat decorative possibilities of the image and become a rhythmic structure underpinning his whole way of seeing. So maybe the receptacles on a checkered tablecloth might be my next step. I think that's what I'll have a go at. Some little practice, need to start with some practice. Meantime, more on the cottage, maybe starting up another Rebecca. It's fantastic walking into such a lovely, clean space, no clutter. I know it won't last long, but it is really nice. And I'm thinking I'll just start maybe doing a series of tablecloths. I've also found a pack of small canvases. Canvas boards, I could lay them out. I'm going to lay out my canvas boards and do checkers over everything, and then cut in. That's a good idea, that's a plan. This is a cadmium red light. Well, I haven't achieved much in terms of checks, but I'm just finding my way, having a play. I like the colours, if nothing else. I like that grey, that pale grey against those washed out reds at the moment. I'm treating this just as a groundwork. I'm going to persist. I'll keep going and until I get something better. As usual, I'm not looking for anything perfect. And now already I'm thinking I could cut some receptacles and place them. I'm completely sidetracked now from what I was doing. That will be no surprise. Onwards. Well, I don't really know where this is going, but I'm just indulging myself in what if I do this, what if I do that. I quite like the colour, I like the boldness, you know, something might come, who knows. I might come in tomorrow and go over the top, trying to get that plaid again. And I think what I might do also in my sketchbook is dedicate a few pages to experimenting and trying out any kind of different technique that might give me what I'm looking for. But there's something in here that I like, that I'm connecting with a lot. Morning everyone. Well, I've got rather crowded, I got rather carried away, just hanging in with one. I took it down to the house. I've completely lost the checkered tablecloth in all that stuff that I've put on it. Having first of all thought, oh, what shall I put on the table? It kind of reflects reality, everything is so busy, so I will have to get control of this one. And I just played around. I have been playing in my sketchbook on pages with plaid, and the other two got left alone. I'm just putting a very thin layer down, so I'll build that up. I like a cup of tea. Maybe this should be another mug of tea. I'm not sure. What is this? Okay, so I'm going to take, so when I decide I want to remove something, I'm just going to block him off. Imagine it's another mug there. With the handle going that way. No, so it's going to have a handle going there, not there. I prefer that immediately. I prefer that blue. We'll make that. I'm loosely thinking these might be small tulips. Hello. Oh, Rocket's just come in. He's got wet toes. You need to be careful you don't get painted up. Are you going to say hello to everyone? Yes. He's doing really well. Rocket now is 9, aren't you? Rocket's about 9. His birthday's in January. And he's in good shape. He drags his heels when he doesn't want to go where he doesn't want to go. But if we get on the park with the football, all is great, isn't it? We've got endless energy. Right, back to painting. I got frustrated in this section here, so I literally just took the brush and wiped it out, and I feel happier about it instantly. So I'm quite happy to keep adjusting until I can find my way forward. So another coat of white. So those underlayers, I like leaving a small suggestion of that behind. I think it, for me, I think it just gives it something. It's very subjective. We all know what one person likes, another person hates. I might just let that one be for a minute. I want to get them up. I can't see very much unless it's a bit higher. Let's see if I can. But my feeling is now just leave that and start on one of the others. So I apologise for the jumbled work here, but I quite enjoy having a mix of things. So this week I will keep. The nice thing about these small boards is that I can take them down to the kitchen table in the evening and have a play just on one or two, and we'll see where we end up with these. I quite like the fresh colours in here. I know it's a long way away. The challenge might be, can I do something and keep it simple, but it's good fun. It's the not knowing is the excitement. I read in the comments there's still one or two people that say they can't get started. It's not easy. It's not. You know, you can see here how what you start doesn't reflect what you end up with. If you have a plan, if you want to work to a plan and you want to you have something in your mind, that's a very different thing. I want to stay loose. In order to stay loose, I'm prepared to shift and just see how something develops. But we all have different ways of working, and it's tapping in to finding your way of working. Okay, have a lovely week, everyone, and have fun with whatever you're experimenting with, painting. Have fun with your subjects, and I will see you, hopefully, with some progress on these tabletops next week. Have a lovely week. Bye for now.